So I want to talk about this rookie mistake that most of us make, including myself, when applying the law of assumption which is, there are so many videos about it, but I guess you need to hear it from the new perspective. Repetition is the key, which is circumstances do not matter. And I will explain in a bit why is that. But the idea that I want to talk about is law of assumption. When people apply the law of assumption, or they are new to it especially, they immediately start looking into the world for proof. Where is the change that they have made in assumption? Where is the manifestation? While law of assumption is not about the world, it is about you. The change has to occur within you and nowhere else. But people are looking for circumstances to change immediately. And the reason why I said that circumstances don't matter, or so many people have made videos about this, is because this is already a manifested world. This is the world of effects, not cause. Cause comes from the world of the mind. So Neville Goddard used to say that this is the world of the dead, like this is dead. Why it is dead? Because already manifested. Now it will go through its cycles and everything will die here eventually in the world of the living, in the world, physical world, not the world of the living, because there is no real death. Who we really are is the world of the living. But the reason why circumstances do not matter is, if we remove our attention from this world and put our attention within, all of this will fall away on its own. So because this is the world of effects, these effects are manifesting from the world of the cause, which is in the mind. And so whenever people apply law of the assumption, they put their focus in the world of effects, and they see where is the change, while the change needs to be within. The assumption it implies something about you. For example, you make an assumption that you're a happily married person. Well, what does this assumption imply about you? Well, you have love in your heart then, if you're happily married, right? And you have peace in your mind because you are happily married. And if you assume that you are a wealthy person, then what does it imply about you? Like, you have wealth in your life. It implies that you do not think of scarcity thoughts, and you look at the world as something that you can acquire, that you can get, and you think of wealth as something that can easily be attained and you deserve it. So see, the changes are within you, and they have nothing to do with the world. But people immediately start looking for where will the money come from, or where is the person that I want to marry, or why my specific person is not texting me, or where is the change? Well, the change is not in the world, the change is within. And this sort of looking for the change in the circumstances in the world makes you immediately feel disappointed in the law of assumption. For one, you do not present faith, you do not present patience, and you do not allow the universe to work the entire picture, right? And the moment you start looking for change in the world is the moment you solidify what the world already is. Because again, whatever we put attention to persists, whatever we resist persists. Now resistance is also putting your attention on the circumstances and the world. So whatever has your attention keeps on perpetuating in this world, because again, you are the life-giving principle, your own consciousness, and circumstances are not what makes anything real in this world. It is you who's observing them. And so this is why it's a perpetual loop. You look at circumstances, you feel disappointed, you manifest more of them, and they come in your life, you look at them again. So stop looking. That's the best way to put it. Stop looking in the world and go within. and solely all the work. Everybody asks me, what should I do, what should I do? Well, your only goal is to move from where, in the state of being that you are, from the state of being that you want to be in, mentally, absolutely mentally. It has absolutely nothing to do with action. You feel inspired to take some action, you do it. But if you feel inspired, if you feel desperate to take some action, you don't do it. But other than that, you do nothing. All work, the so-called work, is not even work. It's just making a decision that you will stick with your assumption and you will change your inner world, your inner talking. And as I gave an example, that somebody who says that he is wealthy now, well, this person will monitor his self inner talk and he will stop thinking in the line of scarcity mindset, right? So when he will look at price of something, he won't say that, oh, I can't afford it. He will say, my supply is infinite because I'm one with God, so I can afford anything. Now, you don't have to pull out your credit card and buy it even though you cannot. That action is not necessary. It's in the mind, and mind is a magnet. So once you have, I've been reading a lot of old books from the era of Florence Scovel Shane and all these old authors, and there is a book called The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles, I think, and he talks about acquiring the wealth consciousness. Acquiring. What is acquiring? You appropriate something. You take it, you appropriate it. It's like putting on a garment, a suit. So you put on a suit of wealth consciousness, and it's in the mind. So whenever you feel lack, you immediately associate your identity with your real self, which is I am, which is the essence of God within. And you say, since God is infinite, my supply is infinite, so I can have anything, I can afford it. Same way, when you feel lack of love, you say that God is love and I am one with God, so I am love and I'm worthy by default. So love will follow me, love will find me. I'm a magnet for love. And Florence Scovel Shane's books are all about affirmations like this. She talks about I'm looking at the wonder that are ahead of me, or something like that. So it's all about the word. And one of her books is called Your Word is Your Wand, literally. And so whatever you speak with conviction and repeatedly becomes your experience. So it is all about inner experience. Law of assumption has nothing to do with the outside world. But almost everybody who comments on my channel or talks to me, they're talking about the processes, and they're saying if it's possible or not. And it's okay. I'm not judging you. I've been there, and I still do that. I still have mastered the law completely, and that's part of being the human experience. But you have to keep reminding yourself that this is the experience of the man within, the inner man, or the Christ consciousness, or there are so many names for it, but it's the essence of God within. And the essence of God within is complete. So when you say I am wealthy, you're not talking about your human self. You're talking about the inner essence of God, which is wealthy, because it is all wealth. It is all love, it is all health, it is all life, it is everything. So when you say I am, and you say anything after that, you're referring to your deeper self, which Navalkar says the depth of your own being. So in the depth of your own being exists everything. So looking for circumstances outside of you is sort of blasphemous. It's blasphemy, because you are not putting your trust in the source. You're looking at the world, and then you don't see it in the world immediately, and you lose faith, and then it's a perpetual cycle of disappointment and non-fulfillment. And this is why a lot of people make videos like, oh, when I gave up on my desire, when I detached, when I let go, blah blah blah, it manifested. What they are saying is, in the simplest term, in the Neville Goddard's term, when they allow faith to germinate fully and they let go of trying to make it happen, they don't let go of the desire, they let go of trying to make it happen. They put their faith in their greater self, it happens. And so circumstances do not matter, because circumstances are not they are not real, because they do not have any substance outside of you, the consciousness that is observing them. So if you just move your attention away from them, they will disappear. I think Neville Goddard said something like, things do not disappear, things only disappear for the lack of attention in this world. So observing the world before you change yourself is futile and it does not bear any fruit other than what you're observing and what you're believing. So go within and realize. This is why it is so important to, these words are so important by Neville Goddard. What would the feeling be like if you were the man or woman that you would like to be? He often said that, what would the feeling be like? Because this feeling is the implication about you, about your inner self. What is the assumption implying about you? So if you are happily married, if you're healthy, if you're abundant, you are very, very different from within, very different. And this is the entire work, so called, is to move from who you are being right now to who you want to be. And this work is internal. So ask yourself these questions. This question, what would the feeling be like if you were right now the woman, the man that you wanted to be? And appropriate this feeling, acquire this consciousness, like acquiring wealth consciousness, health consciousness. And the more you persist in acquiring this consciousness, it becomes natural to you, it becomes second nature to you for after a while, and then naturally this consciousness outpictures in this world. So that's how it works. It's not from outside in, it's from inside out. So the focus should be assuming within and then appropriating the implication or the feeling that the assumption implies. And that has been, it's a very nuanced point, it's a very insidious thing that we don't really notice. But I was contemplating on this idea that Neville says, what would the feeling be like? And then I realized it's all about me, it's all about the assumption, it's all about within. It has nothing to do with the outside circumstances. This is why outside circumstances are meaningless to focus on. So go within and change your world from within, and the outer changes automatically. So this is it for this video. Until next time, bye bye.